Okay, get ready for this because you are not going to believe what went down at the Dorian TV Awards. Prince Harry, yes, our royal escapee turned California local, just got a reality check so loud it practically echoed off the Hollywood hills. And oh honey, it wasn't cute. So, here's the tea. Harry thought leaving the royal family would give him a ticket to elite Hollywood. Private jets, red carpets, adoration, the whole shebang. But nope. Turns out Tinseltown doesn't do crowns. They do clout. And when Harry rolled up to the Dorian Awards, let's just say it wasn't the warm welcome he expected. Now don't get it twisted. The Dorian Awards aren't some backyard BBQ for Netflix interns. These are the parties where the power players, streamers, directors, risk-taking actors gather to sip champagne and celebrate breaking boundaries. Glitter, egos, and egos wearing glitter. You get the vibe. So picture this. Prince Harry shows up, suited, polished, grinning like he's expecting a royal drum roll. But behind that grin, a big fat royal demand was already simmering. And baby, this is where the drama starts. So what did he ask for? Not a special seat, not a gift bag upgrade, not even a vegan entree. Number Harry, or rather Harry's team, emailed the event planners with one very specific request. He wanted to be introduced as His Royal Highness Prince Harry. That's right, HRH. 3 little letters, a mountain of meaning. And here's the catch. He gave that up in 2020, like officially. As part of the whole Megxit agreement, he literally cannot use it in commercial spaces. No Netflix, no books, no speaking events. The Queen said so, the palace made it law, done and dusted. But still, he asked, the Dorian organizers, they didn't even blink, politely declined. Said he'd be introduced as Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, which, let's be honest, is still pretty fancy. But for Harry, it wasn't enough. Cut to the night of the event, paparazzi lights flashing, celebs air kissing, everyone floating on fame fumes, and there's Harry, walking that red carpet, solo. No Meghan, no explanations, no sparkle in the eyes, just a forced smile and a tension you could cut with a tiara. People noticed. He was stiff, awkward, like he knew the room wasn't exactly here for him. And then came the moment, the big intro. The host, smooth as silk, steps up. Please welcome Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. That's it. No HRH, no royal fairy dust, just his real current title. And the second those words hit the air, you could feel it. The room clapped. But the vibe? It chilled. Hard. And Harry? Oh, he was not having it. The man froze, jaw clenched, smile gone. He looked like someone just insulted his entire lineage. In public. This wasn't just discomfort. It was visible fury. He didn't stand, didn't wave, didn't even pretend. Just sat there, stewing. Then, boom. Out of nowhere, he stood up and stormed out. Like, full-on stomped through the ballroom, double doors flying open like a Netflix finale. Gasps, gawking, phones up. Yes, it was a moment, but not the kind he wanted. And just like that, Prince Harry, in his crisp, tailored suit, became a walking meme. Literally. Within minutes, the internet was on fire. TikTok, exploding. Twitter, dragging. Instagram, ruthless. One viral video showed a toddler in a plastic crown throwing a tantrum, captioned, Harry after they didn't say HRH. Another had Meghan calmly sipping green juice on one side of the screen, Harry storming off on the other. The captions? Zen versus drama people weren't just laughing, they were feasting. And it wasn't just randos online throwing shade. Inside the ballroom, you could feel the shift. 1 second, everyone's chatting Emmy predictions and showbiz buzz, and the next, it's, did he seriously just walk out? The applause meant to welcome him fizzled out mid-clap. The buzz turned into whispers. Hollywood royalty turning to actual royalty with raised brows and side eyes. It was official. Harry had turned a celebration into a spectacle, and not the good kind. Now, let's be real. The Dorian Awards didn't snub him out of pettiness. It wasn't some power play, it was policy. Straight up protocol. He gave up the HRH title when he dipped from the firm. It's not personal, it's paperwork. But Harry made it personal. And that's what changed everything. And speaking of personal, where was Meghan? Oh, the silence around that was loud. Meghan, always by Harry's side at public events, always smiling for the cameras, was a total no-show. Her team blamed a scheduling conflict, but let's be honest, no one was buying that. This is Hollywood. If you want to be seen, you show up. So why didn't she? Whispers started flying. Did she know this was coming? Did she warn him? Was this her silent protest? And the answer might be yes to all three. Insiders close to the Montecito duo started spilling tea. Meghan, they said, has been laser-focused on her brand, rebuilding her image. Playing the long game, she didn't want drama, she wanted deals. And Harry? Well, he was still stuck on titles, clinging to the crown like it was a security blanket. Apparently she warned him, told him to let the HRH thing go. The Dorian Awards weren't about status, as they were about strategy. Schmoozing, smiling, staying above the fray, but Harry insisted. And when he didn't get his way, he walked. And Meghan? She stayed home. Maybe out of foresight, maybe out of frustration. Either way, the optics were brutal. While Harry melted down in a ballroom, Meghan was spotted in LA, rocking her workout gear, headphones in, totally unbothered. Paparazzi shots had her looking like the picture of calm. Not a single wrinkle of stress on that face. Back at the gala, oh, it only got messier. At the after party, A-listers were joking under their breath, champagne in hand. One actor raised a glass and said, "Looks like the Dorian Awards did what Buckingham Palace couldn't." Told him no. Ouch. Everyone laughed, but behind the jokes was something more serious. Studio heads, producers, streaming execs, they weren't amused. They were taking notes. Because if there's one thing Hollywood loves, it's talent with stability. They want bold, yes, but they also want dependable. And Harry? He had just thrown a tantrum over initials. 3 little letters that he legally can't even use. One producer reportedly said, "You can work with divas or you can work with dukes, not both." And just like that, the fallout began. Calls that had been scheduled suddenly canceled. Pitch meetings postponed. Deals in the pipeline quietly iced. One major streamer hit pause on a project that had been in the works for weeks. Nobody was saying anything publicly, but behind the scenes, it was the only thing people were talking about. Prince Harry had become the story, but not in the way he wanted. Here's the harsh truth. Harry didn't just lose control of a moment, he lost control of the narrative. For the longest time, he and Meghan were owning their story. The Oprah interview? Iconic. The Netflix doc? Buzzworthy. They had sympathy, support, momentum, but after this outburst, that all started slipping through their fingers. People didn't see Harry as the brave royal breaking free anymore. Now, they saw him as a man chasing validation, desperate for a title that no longer had meaning outside palace gates. Because in Hollywood, bloodlines don't buy you loyalty, buzz does. And once the buzz turns into eye rolls, you're out. Just like that. Let's talk perception, because that's everything in this town. Before, Harry was seen as a trailblazer, someone fighting for mental health, freedom, purpose. Now, he's being labeled a diva, a man throwing a fit over what's essentially a retired job title. And honey, no one wants to work with a diva who thinks the world owes him. Meghan's name started trending right alongside Harry's, but not because she was there, because she wasn't. Theories were flying faster than the paparazzi shutters. Was she distancing herself from his meltdown? Did she strategically avoid the mess? Was she over it? Some fans said she did the smart thing and keeping her brand clear of drama. Others whispered it was deeper. A rift, a growing divide between two people who once seemed perfectly in sync. According to sources near Montecito, Meghan did warn Harry not to push the HRH issue. She saw the Dorian Awards as an opportunity, a chance to rebuild their Hollywood relationships after the whole Spotify disaster. Remember that? Yeah, not exactly a glowing success. Meghan's play was to network, smile, be seen as polished, professional, poised. Harry, he wanted to make a point, and when he didn't get what he wanted, she let him go it alone. Strategic? Maybe. Sad? Definitely. But the result? Brutal. The moment he stormed out of that ballroom, Meghan was already winning. The press painted her as cool, calm, and collected, while Harry looked like a man unraveling, in a tuxedo. And the industry? It noticed. Remember the buzz around their Netflix deal? Quiet, Spotify, gone, other partnerships, on ice. Executives were whispering what no one dared say out loud before. The brand is breaking. One senior exec didn't hold back. It's hard to build a business around leaving the monarchy and then throw a tantrum because you're not treated like royalty. You can't play both sides. Another insider was blunter. He wants to leave the castle, but still collect the perks. That's not how this town works. Meanwhile, Harry's team tried to do damage control, leaked to friendly press. He wasn't furious, just disappointed. Yeah, sure. Tell that to the footage. Tell that to the slammed doors, the stormy walkout, the clenched jaw. That wasn't disappointment. That was a full-blown ego eruption. And the worst part? Everyone saw it. No spin could save it. Not this time. Hollywood may have once been enchanted by the runaway royal, but now it's moving on. Because here's the truth. In Tinseltown, you only get so many chances. People don't care about who your grandma is. They care about relevance, respect, professionalism. And if you walk into a room expecting the world to bow, you might just find yourself walking right back out, alone.